Hello, my lovely Leos. I am Jessica from Willow Vine's Intuitive Vibes, and I'll be doing a reading today. I'm going to still be doing monthlies and whatnot, but I'm not going to be dating them. So even though I'm doing this reading in August, whenever you click on it, it could pertain to your situation. Because time is fluid, as we all know, Spirit does not work on man-made time, or our scheduling, I should say. So this could resonate with you today, tomorrow, a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. Don't get hung up on dates. So that's why I'm not going to put them in the description anymore, or in the title, I should say, because I do mark the date that I uploaded the video or did it. Just because some people do like it, but I just don't want anyone to focus on it too much, because you get stuck on the little details and then you'll be like, well, it's not my story, or you won't listen to the information that you need from a prior reading because you see that it was done in January or last year and you're like, oh, that's outdated. But that's not how it works. Whatever you're drawn to. I feel a lot of stuck energy, but before I really go into that, I just want to thank everyone who has sent me emails and messages. You know, your love and support has been amazing. I did take a couple months off because I had some health issues going on, and I just had to get myself straight because I didn't want to put my own personal energy into everybody's reading. So I'm feeling a lot better, and so I'm back on track, and yes, yay. Keep in mind, this is a general reading. It will not apply to every Leo. I wish I could do it, but I can't. It is not a personal reading. Sometimes these readings get pretty specific, and people feel that they are. And if that's the case, that's wonderful. I picked up on your energy, but there's probably still bits and pieces within the reading that don't apply to you, or they could apply to someone in your energy, someone you're thinking about, friend, family, lover, whatever, child. So keep that in mind as well. And always refer back if you need to. If you would like more information, like a personal reading, my information is in the box below. Just send me an email. I'll give you all the information you need on those. And thank you to everyone who's purchased personal readings or donated to my channel. It really helps me out more than you know. I love helping you guys and doing these readings, so it's really nice when you guys return the favor. Thank you. Anyways, I'm going to jump right into this because I don't really want to go over anything else, and I'm already 2 minutes and 40 some odd seconds into this. So, like I said before, I feel this stuck energy. We have indecision and then Goddess of the Moon reversed. Sorry, I'm shaky. I had too much coffee. I feel like whoever I'm reading for is stuck at a crossroads, and I feel like you have been stuck here for a while. I just heard years, so for some of you that's the case, for others of you it's not. This could be within a romantic partnership or just in love in general, no matter if it's a specific person or just the fact that relationships don't seem to work out, or yeah, I kind of want to go there with that. So it's not like one person, it could be like a track record. If this isn't you, it could be the person you're dealing with has, you know, that in and out vibe. And I'm not saying that you guys are players or anything like that. I just feel like someone in this situation could fear commitment, and it stems from the past. Like, it could be from different relationships not working out, or it's like a family issue where maybe your parents were divorced or there was a death in the family or something along those lines, that it was kind of like a traumatizing event. And by traumatizing, it could be severe or it could be quote unquote mild. I mean, if it's traumatizing to you, it's definitely not mild, but there's different levels of trauma. Some of you could have just had very strange relationship with your parents or your caregiver, whoever raised you, or just, you know, toxicity within the family unit. Some of you were dealing with the death of a parental figure, a mother or a father. I feel father figure. For those of you who are dealing with that, maybe your mother didn't handle it very well, or it's just an unresolved issue. that you're kind of carrying with you. It's almost like I feel like you realize it, but at the same time you don't, because your intuition is blocked here. It's like I feel like I'm doing really good, and things are like all these good things are coming in, and then either I self-sabotage and make it go away because I feel like I don't deserve it, or it just or it's like a string of bad luck. You know what I mean? Like, you might feel like you're going in the right direction with a person, place, situation, whatever. And then all of a sudden there's like a wrench thrown in your plans, and you're like, what the, things were so good. I finally opened up a little bit more or whatever. And then boom, it got taken away from me again. So I feel like there's a fear of being left behind, or you just don't want to deal with the pain anymore and the bullshit. So somebody is definitely stuck at a crossroads of what to do, whether you should be with somebody, whether you should move location. I don't know why that popped in my head. Like travel, maybe you live in one area and you want to move cross country or something like that. I just feel like whatever it is, you're holding yourself back. The obstacles that are in your way are not as difficult or as bad as you think they are, I guess. You're perceiving things. It's all about perception, and you're perceiving whatever this is in a negative light. So, and it very well could be in a romantic relationship, because we have the Lovers and imprisonment. So I feel like, and that was clarifying indecision. So I feel like, for some of you, there could be two different people, like you don't know which one you want to go to, which one's better for you, because you feel like you're going to mess it up, like, you know what I mean? And for others of you, I feel like you could be stuck in a relationship that you're not happy in. There could be somebody else who piqued your interest. Whether that's the case or not, I just feel like I'm tied to someone. I'm tied to someone or something. And in this, I feel like it's somebody. Like, if you say you broke up with someone and you're single right now, you could have these haunting memories of this person. Like, it's almost like they have a hold on you. You're a prisoner in your own mind. Their memory is haunting you. This could be a romantic relationship, or it could be within a family. And that's kind of why I brought up somebody could have lost a parental figure, because over here, clarifying goddess of the moon, we have high honor and family room. So with family room, I really feel like this is a family situation, a family dynamic. Whether there are children involved or not, you could be the child that's involved. Like I said, if one of your parents passed away. If that's the case, the memories you have of this individual, you hold them in a high regard. Like, they were the glue that kept everything together, and when they either went away or passed away or whatever happened, it's almost like the family dynamic kind of crumbled. It could have even gone to the point where you have issues with your mother now, or the other parent. It's almost like when this person went away, whether they left the physical plane, passed away, or if they took off, no matter what the situation is, I feel like when that happened, everything just fell apart. And it's almost like you're holding on to their memory and the circumstances so strongly that it's affecting your own relationships. It could be affecting even your platonic friendships as well, but I feel like it's really affecting you on a romantic level. It's like the past is just, it's haunting you. For some of you, if you did have a family member or a parent who passed away, they could be, quote unquote, literally haunting you, and not in a I want to scare you kind of way, but in a way that they're trying to direct you and guide you and help you move forward, move past whatever's bothering you, whatever's holding you back. They're trying to get you over that hurdle. And I feel like with Goddess of the Moon reversed, I don't want to say shutting down, but you're not open to it. You might want to talk to this person. You might even try, spirit communications of any kind, hoping that they'll come through. But I feel like you have blocks up that you don't even realize you have, and they're sending you messages and signs and even dreams, but you're not seeing it because you're almost looking for concrete, like, this is, I need a yes or a no, and that's not how spirit works, for one. It can be very confusing. I feel lost. I feel like I'm praying for guidance. I want guidance. I'm talking to a family member who has passed away, and I really feel like it's a father figure. If it's not, it could be a grandfather you were very close to. But I feel like whoever this individual is really impacted your life. When they were alive, it was in a very positive way. And even if it wasn't, your memories of this person are positive, because sometimes we do tend to push away the negative memories if somebody passes away, and we only focus on the good, or if they leave, we only focus on the good because it makes us feel better. But I feel like whoever this is, they're trying to guide you. And if it's not somebody who's passed away in your family, then your spirit guides are like really working with you, or trying to, and I just feel like you're kind of closed off to that at this time. So, with that said, the energy that brought us to this point is the Four of Air, which is like the Four of Swords. So this is, I mean, it could be meditation. That was the first thing that popped in my head, but this is needing to heal, needing to rest. Some of you could be overworking yourselves, whether it's physically at a job, you're just totally immersing yourself in your work, or whatever you're doing on a daily basis, so that you don't have to think about love and relationships or this person who left the situation. I feel an emotional struggle here, so it's like, I don't want to deal with this. This is too much for me. I can't handle it. So it's basically saying that there's a need to heal this situation. There's a need to step back and release, let go, heal. So let's see. Let's get some more information on this Four of Air. What is this here for, please? Because she's sitting there up on the cloud, she's kind of sad, and I just had this image of, if you did lose a loved one, it's almost like they're, I don't want to say disappointed, because I don't feel like that's it. Some of them could be, in a sense, but I get more that they're upset that they can't reach you, or that you're not listening, or that it's almost like they don't know how to better guide you. They don't know how to reach out so that you'll understand, because they ultimately want you to know that they're there for you. And then we have the Six of Cups. I did say there could be children involved, or you could be the child if this is your, parent. This could be representing you needing to heal, but this is also the past. You need to heal from whatever happened in the past. And I keep going back to death. So this is getting pretty specific. Not every Leo has lost a parent or a grandparent. Like I said, I feel more of a fatherly figure with this, but there's a trauma that happened in the past, and I feel like it has to do with this person, that you're imprisoning yourself in these thoughts, and it's confusing you on what direction to go in. And I feel like it's confused you for so long that even if you did date, like I said, self-sabotage, or you picked the wrong people on purpose because you're afraid of abandonment, you're afraid of somebody leaving, whether they choose to or not. And then we have the Six of Wands reversed. This is not being recognized. That's not being happy. I keep going back to that parent who has passed away. I feel like some of you really could be meditating or trying to reach out to the spiritual world, trying to talk to this person. You feel like they're not listening, that they're not there, that they're not talking to you, but they are. You're looking at it all wrong. They're definitely guiding you. And I also, with imprisonment, I just heard let go. Some of you could be holding on to this person, whether they're still alive or not, for dear life. You're it's a self-imposed prison. You're holding on so tightly that they can't move on. If they've passed away, it's like they feel obligated to be right there all the time. Like, you've attached yourself to them in such a major way, because they can come and go as they please normally, but when you stay in, when you pray for them to communicate with you and be there constantly, like, I need you, I need you, I need you, and it's like this happens over the course of months or years, it's very hard for them to let go, because ultimately they want to be there for you. Even if they weren't there for you in life, they want to be there for you in death. And I feel like somebody is just holding on so tight, but they're still not seeing the signs. Whoever this is feels very alone as well. And we're never alone. Just keep that in mind. All right, can I get one more for the Four of Swords, please? Some of you also might not be putting yourself out there, relationship-wise, or even with friends, because, like I said, fear of abandonment, but it's almost like hiding away. Maybe you feel like you don't deserve these connections, or just everybody's going to screw you over in some way, shape, or form. And then we have the Nine of Wands. This is giving up. Not wanting to fight for something anymore. Like, for those that I said could be pulling away from friends, family, relationships, you might just be giving up on the whole idea of love. Like, it's never going to happen for me. It's not going to work out. So whoever this is, I feel a sense of depression. And that's that entrapment, that imprisonment. I feel like every relationship that you've had, you hold on to the bad, like, and you blame yourself, even if you're not the one to blame. I feel like, if I would have done this, if I would have done that, and it's the shoulda, coulda, wouldas that nobody can ever change. I mean, you can change them going forward and in your current moment, but this person is just like, it's not even worth it anymore. Nothing ever works out. Like, I even see a situation where you could be in a relationship with someone, it's fun, everything's going great, and maybe this person has children, or you do, but I feel like the other person might have children, and you grow attached to those kids and to that person's family, because it's what you want, it's what you're yearning for. And then when that person pulls away and the relationship fails, you're even more devastated, because you didn't just lose one person, you lost multiple people, you lost the whole family, and that just keeps adding on to your negative feelings. So it's like, why even bother anymore? I'm sick of it. It's the same shit over and over again. Like, I feel like the cycle just keeps repeating, and you're sick of it. Current energy is the Empress. I mean, it could be dealing with Aries, but overall, the Empress, she can be a mother. This can be someone who is pregnant as well, but without that, she stands in her power. She knows what she wants and she goes after it. And people are drawn to her. Like, in the upright, she's very nurturing. She takes care of those around her. So even if you're in a sense of despair and depression, I feel like you give more to others than they give to you. Like, there isn't reciprocity here. It's almost like you care too much and it pushes people away. It's like you give and give and give, and that's not a bad thing, but things need to be balanced. If somebody isn't giving to you in return, it's not going to work out. I just feel like on an emotionally, you either let people in too quick, or you just give too much of yourself away. And this could be saying you need to stand in that power, and you need to let people give to you and like replenish, help replenish you, basically, because if all you're doing is giving and you're not getting and you're not putting back into yourself, the well's going to run dry. You know, you can only give what you have, and you should never give yourself to someone or any or multiple people fully. There's got to be something left for yourself, you know? And there's nothing wrong with being empathetic or, you know, helping other people, because obviously that's encouraged and it does help us feel better about things. But I just feel like you're draining yourself, whoever this is for. Why is the Empress here? What is she giving away? I just heard giving it up to everybody. So this is something completely different. It might just be for one person, but there could be a female in this situation who gives it up too soon or gives it away too easily, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't want to call her like a slut or anything, because that's not what I feel. I feel somebody who wants love, who wants to be loved, who wants it so bad that they tend to find love in all the wrong places. Like, if it's almost like if you don't have enough self-respect or feel that you're worthy of someone or a relationship, you'll do anything to have that to feel that happiness in that moment, to have that connection with that person. So you feel like sex is the way to keep someone, or to feel loved, or to show someone that you love them. And I feel like that's just for one person, maybe a very small group of you. It's not the whole story, but there is somebody who is looking for love in all the wrong places. And then we have the Seven of Swords reversed. This could be past energy. Maybe that's what you did in the past and you're trying to overcome that, if that's the case, or it could be currently going on. But with the Seven of Swords, that's like lying, cheating, stealing. That's deceit. And I did see that. Oh, and then we have the Devil reversed. So here's like fear and getting over toxic behaviors and situations. But there's like a lack of communication. Then we have deceit at the bottom of the deck. So I did see that initially when I was shuffling. Somebody really hurt you in the past. It's almost like maybe being intimate with people or not getting too attached or giving up before the relationship reaches a level of success and, you know, and commitment. This could be the fear of commitment as well, is you're so afraid that somebody is going to lie to you, that history is going to repeat itself, that it's not worth the risk, is what I just heard. So whoever is feeling this, you need to know that you are the motherfucking Empress. I'm just saying, like, you deserve so much more than what you're accepting from other people. Whether you're single or in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, I feel that it's not healthy, that it's one-sided, that somebody has probably betrayed you within that union. Or this could also be that self-sabotage that I was talking about earlier. You don't deserve that. So if somebody's treating you wrong, they need to go. But if you're the one that's treating yourself poorly and not taking care of yourself, then I think it's time to, you know, really think about you and center yourself and try to heal. Whether your friends come in and help you, or a therapist, or whoever. Sometimes therapy and counseling does help people. I mean, I feel like it only helps those who want to be helped. So don't let anyone force you into something like that, because if you're not ready to heal yourself, then it's not going to work. You have to really want it. It's just like addiction. Addicts, excuse me, you can force an addict into rehab, whether they're a drug addict, alcoholic, it doesn't matter what their addiction is. You can force them into rehab, and yeah, they'll get clean or be on the straight and narrow for the time that they're there, maybe a month after, but they're always going to fall back into their destructive habits and that addiction, because they weren't ready. They didn't want it. you wanted it, or everybody else around that person wanted it, not them. So they're just going to keep falling back into old habits and patterns because they're not ready. And a lot of times, especially with addiction, which I don't know why I'm getting on addiction all of a sudden, but some of you could be battling with that, or you could know somebody who has, an addiction, and they're dealing with it. But I feel like, where was I going with that? It just flew out of my head. I mean, if they're not ready, you can't help them. They have to want to help themselves. I'm trying to retrace my steps in my mind where I was going with that. Basically, you can't force someone to help themselves. Oh, you got to get to the root of the problem. That's what I was going to say. There's an underlying issue here when it comes to anything, whether it's addictions, relationships, friendships, work. I don't care what the situation is that we're talking about. There's a deep-seated issue that needs to be healed. Some of you could be working on this. You already are aware of it. Others of you, if you have the problem, you are aware of it. Some of you just aren't ready to admit it to yourselves. And this is not for every Leo, just saying. Ace of Pentacles reverse. This is like, I don't feel like I don't feel like new opportunities aren't coming for you. I feel like they're blocked because of this mentality over here. This is also saying stop deceiving yourself. Stop going about things the way that you are or have been in the past. Like, it's almost like you can't move forward with somebody until you heal yourself. Why is the Ace of Pentacles reversed? Then we have the Queen of Swords. Could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But this is communication and it's truth. I feel like this is more like you need to be honest with yourself. Or be honest with the people around you, or if you're in this partnership, or if someone, wants to date you, or whatever the circumstance may be. I feel like this is saying there needs to be a delay with this new start. So either that person isn't right for you, or you need to work on you. You need to be the Empress. You need to heal yourself before you can move forward with anybody else. And I feel like this is saying you need to be honest with yourself. I just heard writing. You might need to write in a journal or a diary. Write about your feelings just to get them off your chest, because sometimes there are things that we feel and think that we don't want to share with anybody else. Write it down, burn it, send it off to the universe. Let your guides and angels handle it. That way it releases it from you so that you can move forward. So this is just a delay. It's also saying watch out for these energy vampires, these people who just want to drain you and take from you, because when you're in that energy yourself, when you're on a lower vibration, you attract the lower vibrations. You attract the people who are not good for you. And I feel like that's kind of what's going on here, and it's a subconscious thing. You don't even realize you're doing it, or whoever I'm talking to doesn't. So future energy is the Page of Air. Excuse me. This could be, I did hear spying. We do have leeches here, so there could be somebody in your midst who is watching you, who's keeping an eye on you. It could be somebody like a friend. It could be on social media. People are just checking up on you because you kind of fall off the face of the planet when you don't want to talk to anybody and you're just kind of in your own little cocoon. So your friends are just kind of keeping an eye on you, making sure you're okay. But going back to that family member who passed away, the father figure or grandfather, they are watching over you. I feel like they're trying to communicate with you, but you're not listening. You are protected. You're divinely protected. Just know that. I just heard friends first as well. So maybe, love needs to go on the back burner so that you can heal from your past relationships, or just heal yourself in general. I feel like friends will help you, but don't rush. You don't need to rush into romance, basically. Friends first, if it turns into something wonderful, but you need to take care of you before you can take care of anybody else. Page of air, please. Oh. Ooh. 5 of wands. Got some conflict, disagreements. With this feeling stuck in a relationship, for some of you, either you or the person that you broke up with or are dealing with on a romantic level, you could be watching them or they're watching you because of a fight. Like it could have ended because you guys didn't agree on whatever. It could be anything. Or there just could have been a lot of arguing. I even see a physical altercation, like a woman hitting somebody and the guy like trying to restrain her, and it just blows out of proportion kind of thing. That's not for everybody, but this could also be causing a lot of conflict within yourself. Like, I don't know if I should talk to this person anymore because it always ends in a fight, or they always take what I say wrong. I feel like I can't communicate very well. This is very piss poor communication. Let's see, can I get more? 5 of Cups reversed. So this is coming out of that depressed state, that negative energy. So there is light at the end of the tunnel here, which is really great. I do feel like once you recognize the problem, that's when we can fix it. Like I said, some of you already know, you already see the patterns. Some of you have actually opened up just enough to get spiritual guidance. Like maybe you are starting to see synchronicities and realize that, hey, these mean something to me. Maybe you have a hard time deciphering them, but I feel like you're opening up more. Time, we just need time. You need time to heal. I feel like in the future, you will be able to release this energy, the negative energy. I just heard with this, it's like, with going back to that motherly figure who you don't get along with because maybe your dad passed away or left the family or something when you were younger. I feel like somebody, whoever's in that situation, is going to confront their mother or this person, and it's going to help them release some of the depression, some of the negative energy around that situation. Like maybe you do need to battle it out with them, like tell them how it is, tell them how they made you feel, you weren't there for me when I needed you the most, kind of thing. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is the mother, the motherly figure. Like I said, could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn as well. But the Queen of Pentacles in the upright, she's very nurturing and loving. And I feel like whoever I'm talking to, if this is representing your mother, I feel like you need to rebuild a foundation because you guys did not get along in the past. Or maybe there's a big fight where you need to say what is on your friggin' mind and tell this person, your mother or whoever, exactly how you feel so that you can get out of this saddened state. Like get over what's keeping you stuck. Basically tell her that it's time for her to step up and be a mother, like be supportive. Yeah, 3 of Wands reversed. You're sick of waiting around for this. It's like, for some of you, this woman is never going to come back around. She's, and I feel like a sense of entitlement. But still, regardless of the outcome with that individual, I feel like you are working towards healing yourself. Because we can't control what other people do. We can only control our own actions and emotions and how we handle situations. So I feel like stop waiting around for things to change with this woman. Say your piece, release it, so that you can move on. But there is communication here. Yeah, so you can move on, a new beginning. Some of you are going to have to walk away from this person. And if it's not your mother or your grandmother who is kind of a toxic person in your life, it could be a motherly figure. Especially if we're talking about a same-sex relationship, or if I'm talking to a guy, a male Leo here, who is dealing with a woman who has children, whether she is the mother of your children or she's just a mother. But I do feel for some of you, this is your actual mother that you're sick of waiting on. It's almost like empty promises, empty promises. You say one thing and do another. So I feel like some of you are just gonna risk it and move away from this person just for your own sanity, which I feel is a good thing. Let's see. Well, that got a little touchy. Do we have any advice for my Leos? And if any of you are dealing with this, I'm very sorry. I mean, family matters can be extremely difficult to get through, to heal from. Because they always say blood is thicker than water, but you know what? There are toxic people everywhere, and sometimes those toxic people are your family members. Like, for example, my father is pretty toxic, especially to me. I mean, I've started writing about it in my blog and everything, and I'm slowly sharing stories of my past that involve him, and he was not a very nice person. I don't talk to him anymore, but it took me a long time, and I shed many tears wishing that I could have my dad back, I could have my dad around. But I finally realized that I'm not the problem. He is. And my life has gotten a lot better since I got rid of him. So if you have somebody who is extremely toxic, they don't want to change their ways, they won't talk to you, they lie to you all the time, I don't care who it is, they're not worth keeping around. They're just not. They're only dragging you down even further. So just keep that in mind. And I'm not telling you not to talk to your mother or father again. I'm just, exactly, there's someone who is very toxic in this situation. Shield yourself. That's where this healing is coming from. It's like, give up on the situation. You need to work on you. You need to protect yourself. I feel like there is a toxic family member, and you're just having a hard time dealing with that person because of the other person who left the situation, whether they died or literally up and left. Either way, my condolences, and I'm so sorry because that's difficult, but you need to protect yourself from these negative people, because there is somebody who just is very draining. I feel like you'll know who this person is, because even when they just text you, it's like, ugh. You feel like, I don't have time for this. I can't do this again. Like that type of person. Oh, this was at the bottom of the deck a minute ago. Spend more time outdoors. So I feel like if you are really trying to reach out to spirit or someone who has passed away, if I go back to that whole fatherly figure, grandfather, I feel like you're going to be able to reach them outdoors. This person could have really been into like hunting and fishing, or just hiking in general. Because I don't even feel like going by the water. Maybe some of you like that, but I feel like woods with this. Like, you will be able to connect better to this person, your loved one, in the woods, outside, in nature. Can I get one more, please? Because this was a pretty heavy reading. Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. Yes, keep moving forward. Yes, there might be delays, but they're necessary for your own internal growth. But then with the Nine of Wands here reversed, I feel like there's a sense of giving up. Like, I don't feel good enough to do this or that. That's not true. You need to change your thought process and be more positive, because I feel like good things are coming. There's some negative people, or at least one, but I feel multiple. There's at least one negative person around you who needs to go. They don't deserve your energy. They don't deserve your time. And then pay attention to your dreams, is at the bottom of the deck right now. So your loved one, the one you're trying to connect to that you feel is ignoring you because you're not 100% open up to it, they could be trying to talk to you in your dreams. So if you have any dreams that you wake up and you remember them, write them down. Focus on what's been going on in your daily life and the symbols within the dream that stand out the most. So say you're running through a field and there's sheep who are like grazing, but all of a sudden the grass turns into lavender and you're just running through all the lavender. Look up the color purple or lavender. Look up the flower because that was a focus. Something like that. So just for an example, because you could look up fields, you could look up sheep, but whatever stands out to you. So I hope that helped. If it resonated, let me know. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. The more you interact with me, the more apt I am to pick up on your energy. And if you're going through this, I'm so sorry. And I hope things get better for you. I know that they will improve, but things take time. So don't rush anything. Take care of you. If you'd like a personal reading, just email me and we can set something up. But I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.